Hi there, this is the E4 Copywriters training video number 2 on image acquisition and going through the image template. Now first of all, let me just explain what exactly you're doing when you're acquiring these images. You will not be manipulating them or changing them in any way, but what you're doing is as you go through and find information to write the copy, you oftentimes come across images that are that would be useful for the graphics artist when they actually design the images for the set. So that the graphics artist will not have to go out and find images and acquire those images. You are the one doing that. So let's just go through some of the different images. First of all, you would fill this out here, the name of the set, the name code. That would be a code given to you by your supervisor. It's usually just a shortened version of the name that we use in titling things and in saving things. And then the editor and date. This would normally be your supervisor, okay? The editor would. So first thing that you do is you acquire 3 images for the set theme. Now the set theme is one of 3 things. It is either an author, if we're doing a collected works of, or a commentary set, or those sorts of things. This would mean that you would have to find an image of the author if that was what it was. If it's a Puritan set, you would want to find a good strong, well actually 3 good strong images of the Puritans. Let's just go look real quick and see what we can find. So go to Google, and then when it loads, go over to images. Okay, let's just search for John Calvin first. Don't just search for Calvin or you'll come up with the comic strip. So we need 3 large images. Let's look back to see the actual size of those. 150K to 500K, and I'll show you how to figure out what these are. Now, as you can see, there are quite a few images. Most of them look old. This one, you know immediately that you can't use it. It's probably copyrighted because it has text added to it. So go for ones that don't have text and that look like they would translate well on a CD. So let's see, this one looks pretty clean. Let's look here. This looks like a large image. Save picture. Now let's go back to find how we're supposed to save it. Theme image underscore set code JPEG. And what I would do is I would do theme image 1 because you're going to have 3 of these. And then they'll know this is, let's do Calvin's Complete Commentaries. CCC was the set code for that. JPEG. And then make sure you save it in the correct folder. So let's say this one is going to be titled CCC Images. Okay? And then save it there. You can also, when you go to Google, you can search for large images. Let's just kind of narrow it down a little bit. So there we go. There are quite a few that could work. This one could. Try to get ones that are slightly different. This one's fairly pixelated. That looks better there. So again, just save it. This will be theme image 2. And we're already in the correct folder, you can see. CCC.jpg. It's already a JPEG file, so it should automatically go to that. Alright, so there are 2. You would choose one more that you liked. Remember, don't have one. This one you can see is edited. It has the little life thing in the corner. Those, yeah, so you don't want that. You want a John Calvin image that has not been edited. It's John Locke, not sure why that one's in there. Alright, so that's for the theme image. Make sure that those are large images. Visually, it should be as large as this one here. That just gives you a visual example. Alright. Now, after the theme image, what you're going to want to do is, and this is where the collection tracker is very useful, so make sure that you have the complete list of all of the books that will be in your set, and you're going to go from there and you're going to go to Amazon or Google Images. You can also do the same thing. You're still in Images, and so what you're going to do is, let's say, we'll do Calvin's complete commentaries and see what we can come up with. So as you can see, there are some book images here. Now, this isn't one that we're going to actually want, but this would be one that would be fine as a set image. Okay? So, I mean, as a book image. So let's say that we were doing Calvin on Job. Okay? So let's look to see how this was saved. This is one of our book images. So BK underscore set code, that would be CCC here, underscore title, that's the title of the book, .jpeg. So let's just save it that way. Book image, CCC, and then this is Calvin on Job, and then what's the last thing? .jpeg. Okay, save it there. Alright, so then you would have to go down through each book and save. There are good and bad examples here. These bad examples, as you can see, there's a background on this, a call to prayer. It's fine as a book image, but you want to be careful about backgrounds and stuff like that. This one you can't even see what it is. So if it were clarified, it might not be such a bad example, but these bad and good examples will be switched out also as we find better ones. Alright, now the last thing is an image of the whole set. After you have an image for each book, what you're going to do is you're going to find an image for a whole set. These are a lot harder to find. These you may have to note down as something that requires somebody to make it, like the graphic artist. Okay, so and for that, if you can't find a good image for a book within 5 to 10 minutes, just make a note in a document titled image notes underscore set code.doc, okay, and then save it and upload it to Dropbox with all of these images.